Me? All right, well, after pushing England to the fifth day to the final session, India have finally lost out to the England team by a margin of 5 wickets. Now, there are some positives here. I know we will all jump on to talking about the negatives, the criticism, the dropped catches, the missed fields, the wayward bowling, but there are also positive here. And you have to remember that this is a new age Indian team with a new captain, and you have to back this team because after all they pushed England to the final session.
Yeah, they did. But having said that, when you think of this particular Test match, Gargi, it was India's match to win.
Absolutely.
You have scored 470 in the first innings. You have scored 360 in the second. Your batters were able to do the job. Unfortunately, you weren't able to push home the advantage. So this is a match that India, when they go back, they will think we should have won this. They had a golden opportunity to create a miracle here at Leeds, the fortress of English cricket, get it over the line, could have won this match, gone into Birmingham with a 1-0 advantage. Unfortunately, you weren't able to do that. So however many positives, and you're right in talking about the positives, especially in batting, you will have to say we let the match slip. For me,
absolutely.
here are my 5 moments, and then you can take it from there. When you are on day 2, 430 for 3, you bat England out of it. You bat England out of it, exactly what was done in 2002. 2002, the Indians got 300s in Ganguly, Tendulkar and Dravid, and they batted England out of it, scoring 600. We folded out for 470. We allowed England to make a comeback there. Number 2, even in the second innings, India was close to 350 lead for 5. All of a sudden, we see another collapse. We see that the 7, 8, 9, 10s not contributing anything. And that is where a lead, which could have been 400, 425, all of a sudden becomes 370. Number 3, when you have a 470 total on the board, you expect your fielders to be more disciplined and gung-ho and take their catches. Unfortunately, India dropped 5 in the first. India dropped at least 2 or, yes, Rishabh Pant 1, Yashasvi Jaiswal 1. Ben Duckett in the second innings, 98 gets dropped, scores 149. Number 4, in the field, we at least conceded 40 to 50 runs. If you think Prasidh Krishna at least has conceded 4 or 5 boundaries himself,
Yes.
and Prasidh alone. Thereafter, a Prasidh Krishna, a Shardul Thakur, multiple times, a Karun Nair at short third man, lets the ball go for a 4, is when the pressure is on and Ravindra Jadeja is bowling well. You have conceded at least 40 to 50 runs. Number 4 is, I keep saying this, is about discipline. You have to win cricket matches with discipline. Unfortunately, we were not able to show that. Every time India lacked the intensity on the field. I'm not going to blame anyone. And number 5, this is something that you and I have talked about a million times about team selection. Now, in hindsight, all of us might say, okay, India went in with a decent enough team. In hindsight, when the pressure was on, Ravindra Jadeja making the ball talk, using that rough. Imagine if Kuldeep Yadav was there. Jamie Smith, who played a real handy innings with Joe Root, has never played left-arm wrist spin. A left-arm wrist spinner bowling into that rough against an English middle order and the lower middle order could have changed everything. So that's where I'm saying this was India's match to win. Unfortunately, we were not able to push home the advantage.
Picking up from that last point, Boria, you now really think about it. Even when the team was announced, you thought, is this India's
By the
best
way,
playing 11?
this is the first time in cricket history that a team has lost after scoring 5 centuries. 148 years of international cricket history, from 1877 to 2025. First time in history a team has lost after scoring 500s.
You really think about it, think about the effort that the batters have put in. Think about the effort that Jasprit Bumrah was putting in from the very get-go. Yes, Mohammad Siraj came in that second innings and bowled really well. There were some good deliveries good overs from Prasidh Krishna as well, but you let it all go in the field. horrendous misfields. At the end, the Karun Nair between his legs. It's
Why
gone.
only Karun Nair? Shardul laid
Shardul,
there for a couple of
absolutely.
seconds extra. Get up. Ravindra Jadeja's body language was enough to tell you he was disgusted. When Mohammad
Absolutely.
Siraj, that Ben Duckett drop, Yashasvi Jaiswal, regulation. You take these catches as an international cricketer. Siraj is going full tilt. You drop that. And this guy goes on from 98 to 149.
97 you dropped. Ben Duckett
97,
on.
98, whatever
Yeah.
that was. He got one run with that
Exactly.
drop catch. Now, my point is very simple here. It is not about England taking this game. People will talk up baseball. Where on earth was baseball?
There was no
430 for
baseball.
3.
There was no
India was
baseball.
350 for 5. India let the opportunities go. England came back because unfortunately each time an opportunity was created by India, you let it go. Even here, you picked 4. Even when Ben Stokes was picked, imagine India was 349 for 5. India folded out for 360-70. England was 300 for 5. 70 runs still to go
Yeah.
when the captain got out. Jamie Smith and Joe Root finished the game for England. That's the difference. Unfortunately, India were not able to push home the advantage despite getting control of the game multiple times. This is not about baseball.
Yes.
This is about India. India's inability, India's failure to use the opportunities that had come their way, not being disciplined on the field, dropping catches, not using the foundation that were laid by the batters, and the tail, the lower middle order. If you cumulatively take this test match, it will be a tale of missed chances.
It's honestly, apart from a few brilliant performances from the batters and Jasprit Bumrah with the ball, you really realize that it's a cumulative failure in every single department. You missed out on opportunities when it comes to fielding. You dropped catches. When it comes to bowling from Prasidh Krishna, from Shardul Thakur, it was wayward bowling. Mohammad Siraj in that first innings as well. Batting, that lower middle order did not fire even once. And look at the difference. Because when we really
That is
think
the
about it, England's lower middle order took that game away. That Bryden Cass and Chris Woakes partnership was a defining one. But India could not do that even once.
Absolutely, and that is the point that we are repeatedly harping, that your number 7 to number 10, number 11 scored 20 runs in the first innings, 15 rather, and in the second 20. And England in the first innings got 100 plus runs, 116 if I remember right from memory. And today, after 5 down, when Ben Stokes got out to Ravindra Jadeja trying to play the reverse, Jamie Smith and Joe Root came and closed out the game. That is the difference that she's talking about, and that is a fact. It is not the batters. Somebody is asking Rohit or Virat ko nikal ke Gautam Gambhir kis pe dalega blame,
not
etc.,
about
etc.
Rohit and
But
Virat.
boss, it is not about the batters. It is not. It is about your lower middle order. You know, your batters in both innings have delivered 470, 350. You've got multiple centurions, 5 Rishabh Pant back-to-back hundreds. It is about far more. And that's where, don't just blame Rohit or Virat. Rohit and Virat could not have come and batted better than anybody. Shubman Gill at number 4 got 150.
What more could the
Come on.
batters have done?
Come on.
Simple as that.
Yashasvi Jaiswal got 100 in the first. KL Rahul got 100 in the second. I don't think Rohit and Virat made any difference to this team with the batting. The point is the bowling. Prasidh Krishna baffles me. Prasidh
He really
Krishna,
does.
who
He
can
really
bowl
does.
those spells, who can bowl Prasidh Krishna, who can bowl those balls, who can bowl that particular spell. How on earth does he bowl 3-4 good balls and then turns completely erratic and just gives away runs?
And you know what's frustrating about Prasidh Krishna as well? That his body language is never one that of a fast bowler, an aggressive fast bowler who's out there to get wickets. He never looks like that. He's not been looking like that.
Can't agree more. I can't agree
He
more.
turns back, his head is down, his shoulders are drooping. Where is the fire? Where is the fire? How is Prasidh Krishna that tall? You know, he gets you so much bounce. He was extracting that bounce. He was getting so many incredible deliveries. He would bowl 3 incredible deliveries and then just spray it all around the park in the next 2. So that's not something you need from a Prasidh Krishna. He needs to work on that temperament, discipline, and obviously finding the right areas, which he was but could not capitalize on.
You've hit the nail again. That's the word I'm repeatedly using in this post show. If you read my column, it is about discipline. Sajal post vlog, I've taken your super chat about Gautam and Rohit and Virat. It is not about sacking Gautam and blaming anybody. So this is not about Rohit and Gautam at all. Nobody is blaming anyone here. This loss has multiple reasons, and that's what we are trying to decode. So if you want to send a super chat, you're welcome to, but ask a pertinent question. This one, the Gigi ko sack kar dijiye, isko sack kar dijiye, usko nikal dijiye, doesn't really solve anything. Getting back, you asked about Prasidh Krishna. My point is, it's about temperament, and Prasidh Krishna is not a rookie.
No.
Prasidh Krishna
He's
has
been
been
here for a
around in
while.
international cricket. He's played the IPL, he's played international cricket, he's been playing domestic cricket. He's only played 24 first class matches. Problem for me. Prasidh Krishna ought to have played many more first class matches. If you go and check how many these English bowlers have played in terms of first class games, way too many more. Unfortunately, Prasidh has not played that. He's been injured also, but someone, this wicket, if you see the Ravindra Jadeja end, there were indentations. The ball was keeping up and down. This guy, he is a hit the deck bowler. He has the ability to get that steep bounce, get the ball to jag up. Unfortunately, he was not. This consistency has been an absolute issue with Prasidh Krishna all his career.
100%, especially in red ball cricket, it has been an issue. And you know what I keep thinking about is that you can't have all that talent and all that skill and not be disciplined. Not when you have an Arshdeep Singh waiting on the sidelines.
Correct.
Not when you have an Anshul Kamboj who went back home, who should have stayed instead of Harshit Rana. But then again, you've got a lot of quality warming the bench, and you can't possibly be making these mistakes. It's horrendous from.
You started the show saying there are quite a few positives.
There are.
Tell me your positives.
I think the fact that you pushed England to the final session, I think that speaks enough. And of course, the batting. Rishabh Pant, I mean, come on, the kind of batting that he's doing and sensible batting, because you really saw that he was trying to restrain himself. It was a very self-restrained innings that we saw in that second innings of his. He was constantly talking to himself. You've never seen him chat like this with himself before. Telling himself, play with the straight bat, play with the full face of the bat. You've never seen that from Rishabh Pant before. The second positive when it comes to batting is obviously KL Rahul, because you know that clarity is now hitting KL Rahul. You're seeing the finest version of that batter. He's in the right mind space. You change his batting position one more time, it will go away. He will lose that momentum. Do not do that. I think this is what Shubman Gill was saying when he said that I want my security, I want open communication. And it seems like it has been communicated to KL that he will be opening throughout the series, and that is really helping him.
If you don't want I ask question by super chat, Boria, then okay, I have the right to ask and say anything. It is Gigi who's responsible. Gigi is responsible for what?
He can't go and bowl for the bowlers. Come on.
Did Gautam ask Virat Kohli to retire? And by the way, if Gautam asked Virat Kohli to retire is what you are trying to suggest, and if Virat retired because of that, then that's Virat's problem, not Gautam's. Virat could have been selected in this team, and I can tell you straight up, Virat would have been one of the first names that would have been on that team list. So it's not Gautam's problem at all. This is a team that Gautam is trying to fashion. This is a young team, and that's what it is. Unfortunately, your bowlers haven't stood up. There is a bowling coach in Morne Morkel. You're welcome to blame Gautam. That's not a problem at all for me. But by blaming Gautam, do you think this will be solved? And do you think Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli could have made any difference to your batting here? Unfortunately not. So that's the point. The batting has not let you down. The bowling has, the fielding has, the catching has. So why blame Gautam for that? Why blame Gautam for that? You want to blame someone, go blame Morne. Your bowlers have let you down. Go blame T. Dilip. If Yashasvi just look at the fielding. What does Gautam Gambhir do? Go and take the catches for Yashasvi Jaiswal? Go and take the catches for someone else? How does Gautam Gambhir anyway, my friend? But respect your opinion, you're entitled to it. Come back to India, Rev Sport, it's 5-0. So what? If it's 5-0 or 10-0, how does it
Bumrah.
There you go. So the point is, even if it's 5-0, it's sport.
Yeah.
In 2011, India lost 8 straight test matches. That does not mean you don't cover sport. How many medals does your country win in the Olympic Games? That does not mean you don't cover sport. There is far beyond winning and losing. This fight from your batters, that Rishabh Pant 100, that Rahul 100, that Shubman 100, that's sport. Yes, your team has lost and you need to decode, you need to understand. And by the way, I don't believe in this 5-0 shit that you're talking about, my friend. It's the first test match of the series. Your team won in Australia the first match, and thereafter Australia came back. That's what sport is all about. If you played one test match and you're talking about 5-0, whatever you are, you're not a cricket fan.
One
It's as
second,
simple
one
as
second.
that.
I would like to jump in here and say, weren't you guys talking about giving this team a long rope, going into this series with no expectations or low expectations from this team? I remember a lot of you guys saying that if India is able to fight back, then that will be enough, because this is a transition, the biggest transition that we're seeing in Indian Test cricket.
Of
So
course.
you will have to have patience with this team. How
Of
can you
course.
not? This is Shubman Gill's first outing as the Test captain. Come on.
2000, your Virat Kohli era, which is supposedly our best overseas
Test
era,
cricket,
we've
yeah.
not won a series in England. You've lost 14-4-0, you've lost 18-4-1. That was supposedly India's best team. You went to South Africa, you lost 2-1. You went to Australia, you won. But in England, you lost 4-1. So what are we talking about? Since 2007, we have not won a series in this country. This is a team that pushed England in the fortress. It was decided that, the plan was in 3 days this test match would get over, and India's done. Someone saying, okay, stop the cheerleading. What is the cheerleading,
Oh
my
my
friend?
God.
What is the cheerleading? There are multiple positives to take from. You are saying India lacks the ability to take 10 wickets. Today, India lacked the ability to take 10
They
wickets.
did.
So they did not, and
Yeah.
that's what we are being critical about. That okay, you need to get better. Prasidh Krishna, who sprayed the ball around, the Shardul Thakur, who sprayed the
Gave
ball
so
around.
many out.
Do you get an Ashdeep Singh? Do you get a Kuldeep Yadav into the mix? In whose place? In whose place you keep the batting intact? Let's get to that, Gargi. When we look forward, there are so many positives. When I was going into this test match, at the bottom of my thing was continuously the thought that can we bat better? And the batters, the top order at least, have shown that you can bat against this English side.
Yeah.
Does that tell you now
That you
that you
don't
can
need
actually,
it.
exactly,
That you don't
that
need
you
a
don't
cushion.
need that extra batter,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you can go in with
100%.
7 and you can go in with a specialist bowler? So if I give you that okay, your top order has fired, they have batted very, very well against the English attack, 500s in a test match, what is your bowling combination? To actually take this question, that will give you the 20 wickets. What can be your bowling combination for Birmingham?
Another thing that consolidates the fact that you don't need a cushion in your batting is the fact that Shardul Thakur did not bowl either. He did not bowl much either. And if you really want a fast bowling all-rounder, you've got a Nitish Kumar Reddy who can give you a lot more runs than Shardul Thakur. Now, I don't know how well he'll bowl in those conditions, but when it comes to batting, there's some assurance there that he will give you those runs. The other thing that I would think of, and I'm not sure if the management wants to drop Prasidh Krishna after one bad performance.
I
but
don't think he'll be dropped.
I don't think so either. But
The
if
way-
it comes to that, then bring in an Arshdeep Singh. But the one change that I'm really looking forward to is getting Kuldeep Yadav instead of Shardul Thakur. Put some mystery in front of the English batters. At this point, they've cracked the code. Play out Jasprit Bumrah's overs. If Siraj is doing that, well, play out his overs. Ravindra Jadeja is being constantly reverse swept. So they've cracked the code. They know how to bat, and after all, it is their home series. They know these conditions better than anyone else. So they will know, and as they did today as well, they will know how to bat in these conditions. So put mystery out there, get Kuldeep in.
She has a very important point there. Before that, there's a super chat from Sajal post vlog
You
again.
just click here.
Yeah,
on
whatever
this.
it is, your super chat, my friend. Again, you're saying the difference between IPL captaincy and test captaincy. Test captaincy is not everyone's cup of tea. Gill not deserving. No body language. I thought his body
Arey
language
Baba.
is absolutely fine. In fact, when he took that Ben Stokes catch, there were a couple of English former cricketers in that press box who said his body language is exactly like that of Kohli. The way he sort of jumped up and tried to sort of get his team motivated and celebrated and did a huddle at that point in time. He did everything possible to push his team to get that result that he wanted. So I don't find fault in Shubman Gill's captaincy
No, I
here.
don't either.
Coming back to the point that Gargi and I were discussing, I'll go with two changes. So here are my changes. I will drop Karun Nair. And I will get Nitish Reddy in place of Karun Nair.
Oh, yeah.
I will get Nitish Reddy because Nitish Reddy with the bat in Australia was as good as anyone. And Nitish Reddy there at number 6, or Ravindra Jadeja will be pushed up by me by one slot. Ravindra Jadeja is a much better number 6 than a number 7. If you see his record in Australia, that 70 plus that he got, his record in England, his record in different parts of the world, that the turnaround in Australia in 21, Ravindra Jadeja would bat 6 for me, Nitish Reddy would bat 7 for me. And I think that number 7, sweetest dream, can't see the team taking 20 wickets. Your problem, not mine. You know, Ravindra Jadeja for me will bat 6, Nitish Reddy 7, and thereafter I will get Kuldeep Yadav for Shardul Thakur. So I'll add Meet. So 2 changes for me. 2 changes are Nitish Kumar Reddy comes in for Karun Nair and Kuldeep Yadav comes in for Shardul Thakur. So that way, I've got a Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, Prasidh Krishna. So these are my 3 fast bowlers. Nitish Reddy to do the Shardul Thakur job of giving them rest of 5 overs, 6 overs. I will bring in that Ravindra Jadeja element there whenever the bowlers need a bit of rest. Ravindra Jadeja can come and keep it tight, bowl the negative lines, give the bowlers a bit of respite, and Kuldeep Yadav comes in as the wicket-taking option. So for me, 2 changes for Birmingham. Karun Nair makes way for Nitish Reddy and Shardul Thakur makes way for Kuldeep Yadav.
100%. I completely agree with that. I would have said, and I would have had Arshdeep in this team as well, but it doesn't seem like, I don't see the management dropping Prasidh Krishna after one bad match. I don't see that happening. So expect Prasidh Krishna to make a comeback in the next team. And I especially make this point because Shubman Gill was very clear in that press conference about security. So you've got to give that backing to your player. So I don't see a Prasidh Krishna losing out his place, at least in the next game. If he does badly in the next game as well, then I see an Arshdeep Singh coming in. But you need to get Arshdeep. I think you. It's kind of sad that you have the problem of plenty, but Arshdeep Singh can be very, very lethal in these conditions.
It will have to be seen. I mean, Arshdeep in whose place she's saying, because Arshdeep versus Prasidh, after the spell that Prasidh bowled in the second half of today, I do see Prasidh Krishna playing a game. I see Arshdeep Singh 100%. Coming in. I do see Arshdeep Singh coming in when Jasprit Bumrah rests at Lords.
Yes.
When Jasprit Bumrah takes a break, it will be Arshdeep Singh, Mohammad Siraj, Prasidh Krishna. As far as the Birmingham Test match is concerned, my 2 changes are Nitish Kumar Reddy for Karun Nair. Someone has said rest Sai. I don't think Sai batted badly, especially under the cosh when Jaiswal got out 16 for 1 to negotiate the new ball, get himself in, score that 30, allowed KL Rahul to kind of maneuver that innings as well, allowed Shubman Gill to come out when the new ball was kind of taken off, the shine was taken off. I don't think Sai Sudarshan needs to be replaced. I think Karun Nair needs to be giving way to Nitish Reddy, who's as good a batter, plus Sai left-handed. Yashasvi Jaiswal, Sai Sudarshan, so that right-left combination keeps going.
Yes.
You have a Shubman Gill at 4, a Rishabh Pant at 5, so you have that combination continuously. Number 6, if it's Nitish Reddy or Ravindra Jadeja, so you're continuously, you are having that left-right. So my 2 changes are the ones that I've given you.
Okay.
Now India lost this series, GG ko blame karenge. Arey bhai.
No, he's saying if that happens.
If that happens, Dinesh Acharya, India lost, वो तो होगा ही भाई. वो तो अगर कोई सीरीज कोई हार जाता है, कोई टीम हार जाता है, कैप्टन और कोच को ब्लेम.
क्योंकि this has been going on for a while now. You saw New Zealand, you saw Australia, and now this.
And they know that.
Of course they know that. That's why the pressure is so high, right?
बस it's the Indian cricket team. It's not England. कोई भी क्रिकेटर यहाँ से चला जाएगा, कोई उसको देखेगा भी नहीं. आज स्टुअर्ट ब्रॉड का जन्मदिन है, वो यहाँ से निकल के चला जाता है, अपना बैग खुद लेके टैक्सी से आ जाता है. सुबह आज मार्क बुचर, मेल जोन्स और स्टुअर्ट ब्रॉड टैक्सी से आए, अपना बैग लेके अंदर चले गए.
बैग लेके जा रहे हैं.
अपना सूटकेस लेके अंदर चले गए. तो हम लोग पूछ रहे थे कि क्या सिचुएशन क्या है. मैच के बाद यहाँ से ट्रेन स्टेशन जाएंगे, ट्रेन से निकल जाएंगे. कभी सोच सकते हो कि इंडिया में रवि शास्त्री, सुनील गावस्कर अपना सूटकेस लेके अंदर जा रहा है कमेंट्री करने, और उसके बाद बाहर जाके ट्रेन स्टेशन जाके ट्रेन लेके अपना घर चले गए? कभी सोच सकते हो आप? ये नहीं होता है. इस देश में ये होता है. सो आप इंग्लैंड अगर ये टेस्ट मैच हार जाता है, कल इंग्लिश मीडिया कुछ बोलेगा, परसों दोबारा शांत. दिस इज नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन विद इंग्लिश क्रिकेट टीम. इट विल हैपन विद फुटबॉल. Unfortunately with us, our cricketers will be under tremendous pressure. This was a classic test match. Yes, you missed your opportunities and you lost the match, but India I don't think was discredited at all in this test match.
No. I think you've got so many positives to look for in the series, in the match as well. So you can't really be going into the Birmingham test with a pessimistic mindset or a pessimistic outlook on this series. You
this
can't
is
already.
A good point. Rohan Kalita, the main problem is Bumrah's new ball partner. Siraj has been underperforming for a long time. Most often, Siraj doesn't take wickets with the new ball. This is a very important point.
Yes. And we have been talking about this. We have been talking that first spell.
Second spell, he comes back well. First spell.
Exactly. So maybe when. How do you even negate this? How do you even negate this? Because
No,
I'm trying to think of solutions here.
Yeah, so it is not a bad idea. Like Pat Cummins does, Australia opens with Stark and Hazelwood, and Cummins comes one change. So you might just start with
see
Prasidh Krishna. Bumrah and Prasidh Krishna. Siraj one change.
Oh.
When Mohammad Shami was there, it was Mohammad Shami who would start and Siraj would come one. This could just be, and for example, if Ashdeep plays.
Prasidh and Bumrah.
Prasidh and Bumrah, and then Siraj comes one change. Possible? But you will start with Siraj.
I don't know, because
you will start with Siraj.
Does Prasidh Krishna give you that much faith? Does he give you that much confidence?
The second spell of today, balls that he was bowling, if someone can bowl those balls, he 100% has the potential. But Rohan's point is a good one, that Mohammad Siraj has not been taking wickets with the new ball at the start of a spell. This is an important point that he makes. Every time, check Sydney, check second, Australian first innings, second day morning Siraj was great. If you take Melbourne, when Siraj came back and kind of made those breakthroughs again, it was the latter half of the innings that Siraj was great. He has not been great at the top of the innings. This is an important point. Someone says, what? Say this, if team wins more than one match, I finance your tour. I'm happy to finance my own tour, my friend. Don't worry about it. Okay. Plenty more. Huge number of questions. Remember, Gill will be targeted by two heavy fandom. One, he replaced a number 4 batter like Kohli, and another as a captain. Yeah, this is a tough one.
This
but
will happen.
That's Indian cricket.
That's Indian cricket for you. I'm sure that Shubman Gill is well aware of the stakes involved here, and I'm also pretty sure that he won't pay any attention to it. They've got a thick skin. Trust me, to be there, to be on that field, they've got a thick skin.
If you're an Indian cricketer and you're captaining India in red ball,
oh boy,
come on.
You have to basically be deaf.
Boss, you guys a lot of these guys are coming and attacking us. What about these cricketers? I mean, you're saying, I said so. Who the hell are you, boss? You said so. How does it even matter?
हमें इतनी गाली पड़ जाती है.
मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. मैंने तो 2 साल झेल लिया. वो तो आप जानते हो. मैं my 2 years of same level इधर से आता है, इधर से निकल जाता है. Trolls को मुझे मजा आता है. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता मुझे.
Okay, more questions.
Last few questions. Shardul has to give way next match. Shardul was underwhelming. मैंने मेरा 2 changes for Birmingham कह दिया. एक नीतीश कुमार रेड्डी आएंगे, मुझे लगता है करुण नायर की जगह, और एक कुलदीप यादव को लाना चाहिए शार्दुल. आज अगर कुलदीप यादव डालते रविंद्र जाडेजा के साथ वो लास्ट 2 घंटा ऑन द रफ, जेमी स्मिथ ने कभी लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिन खेला ही नहीं है, वो मैच कंप्लीटली अलग हो सकता था. सो फॉर मी बर्मिंघम 2 changes. 1, Nitish Reddy comes in for Karun Nair as a batter because he also can give you the 5 overs, and Kuldeep Yadav comes in for Shardul Thakur. These are my 2 changes. Yeah. Thank you. Fit Monk. Today it was like Lamborghini versus Tata Punch. English batters did not panic for a moment. Smooth chase. I don't think so. I think when Ben Stokes got out, India had a sneaky in. Yeah. Ben Stokes kept trying to reverse sweep and got out. And when he was walking out, I don't know if you had seen Fit Monk, he was doing this. Basically telling himself the whole ground was there and I fell into that trap and got out to that slip where Shubman Gill was. So it wasn't the truth that England did not. Unfortunately, India was not able to push home the advantage.
Look, it's been throughout this match, you've seen constantly that India will get that momentum and then they will lose it. That's what's happening. And English batters know how to take advantage of that. They have been taking advantage of that lost momentum when those 2 wickets fell from Shardul Thakur. Even after that, they came back pretty well. Every single time India let loose, English batters tighten the noose.
Time to close the show because I think Shubman Gill has come for the press conference. So we will need to listen what Shubman Gill has said. Let's quickly check. Shubman Gill has come for the press conference. You can just check.
Refsport. Yeah. Our own handle, and let's see if...
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Because must be the presentation and all of that was on. But we will upload the press conference. We will upload the press conference on our YouTube platform straight up. So you guys will get that ASAP. We will upload the England press conference also. And then tomorrow, it is very important that Gargi and I take a bit of a distance and decode this test match for you. The lessons from Leeds will be our 12 noon show. Lessons from Leeds will be a special show at 12 noon. And then I take the train to Birmingham tomorrow. Gargi and the rest of the team stay on for another day here in Leeds and come to Birmingham day after. So she and I will do the live. We'll bring back 5 at 5. We will do the live from Leeds, and then I head out to Birmingham. She stays on for another day and then comes and joins me in Birmingham day after. So plenty of programming, plenty of pieces coming your way. For the moment, we are waiting for the Shubman Gill press conference. We will see what the Indian captain had to say. Some things are pretty sure he will say, we did have our moments. We did have our chances. Unfortunately, we were not able to capitalize on those chances. But it's a young team. They will learn. I don't think there is any reason for the team to be demoralized. Australia came back. Plenty of lessons to be learned. If you are able to improve on your catching, your fielding and all of it, Birmingham can be a very different ball game. Edgbaston is a reasonably good batting deck. If you remember, India will want to make a comeback. Waiting for the Shubman Gill PC, but I'll give Gargi the last word on this particular show.
Look, I'm going to say there's a lot that did not go India's way throughout the match. But this is the time to back your team. This is one of the biggest transitions that we've had in Indian Test cricket, and we've got some fans here.
Okay.
And we will chat
So
to
your
them.
quick thoughts. Come on.
Yeah.
मेरा क्विक थॉट्स गिल कैन लर्न
Karan,
गिल को लर्न करना चाहिए कब कहाँ पे
कौन सा प्लेयर को आप देखना चाहते थे? आप सिलेक्शन के बारे में बोलना चाहते हो?
सिलेक्शन में करुण नायन नहीं था
करुण नायन और शार्दुल ठाकुर
शार्दुल ठाकुर दोनों को ड्रॉप करना चाहिए
उसने कुछ नहीं किया
हाँ,
शार्दुल ने दो विकेट ले लिया
नहीं, but वो 2 विकेट फ्रीकिश था.
हम हार गया
No, it's okay. That's okay. मेरा 2 changes for Birmingham. One, both of those changes that you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
My
I'll
2
report you. What do you think should have happened? Who do you think should be in the next test?
That's what I'm saying. My 2 changes, which I've been saying for the last 30-35 minutes. Karun Nair gives way to Nitish Reddy.
Yes.
Because Nitish Reddy bats better. In Australia, he was good enough. And we need a bowling wicket-taking option. So Shardul Thakur gives way to Kuldeep Yadav. Had Kuldeep Yadav come in with Ravindra Jadeja on that rough and used Kuldeep Yadav and Ravindra Jadeja used that wicket against an English middle and lower middle order, which has never played left-arm wrist spin, it could have been a different ball game.
We are agree with you. That's a two definitely change in the Birmingham.
Yeah, that's exactly what all of these fans are saying as well.
We are definitely 110%. We agree with you.
Yeah, we
So-
need Kuldeep Yadav. Yes.
If you see,
Kuldeep
if you
Yadav.
see the way England bat
Thakur didn't
compared to the
contribute
way
much.
India bat, England have been attacking. The full way through, the run rate was what, nearly just below 5? The full way through.
Not really. England started with about 3.5.
England started with 3.5, but they picked the right point to attack.
Yeah, again against Prasidh Krishna and
India-
Shardul.
India had the chance to attack when they had KL Rahul batting, when he's done very well all the way through. They could have attacked and upped the run rate. We had what? The lead of nearly, we got 350 plus. We could have got to nearly 400. If the score was different, we could have at least got a draw today. But instead, we had to try and attack in the field. When Virat Kohli was captain, what happened? He was given team talk to making sure we attack them. Like, we make sure we don't give them no rubbish. We were straight there, making sure that they don't take singles when there could have been a single. Whereas today, when it should have been a single, they were running twos. That shouldn't be happening in international cricket.
Okay, so fielding is yet again being talked about here. Virat Kohli's captaincy 2021 is being talked about here. But also the point needs to be made, Virat Kohli was captain in 2018, India lost 4-1. Virat Kohli has never won a series in England, never did.
Virat Kohli has not won a series in England, but how aggressive is his captaincy? It's not about losing.
4-1. Ultimately, the result is 1-4 in 2018.
Ultimately, the series is 4-1.
4-1 against India.
It's 4-1 against India, right?
Yeah.
2018. How many years has it been since 2018? 7 years.
So,
7 years.
So?
Look at his captaincy record.
he's never won in England, never
Okay,
won in
it's
South
not- It's
Africa.
not about England.
No, but we
Now,
can
what
tell
is
you
his
that
captaincy record
in
compared
England,
to
nobody
every-
can win.
Compared to every other captain, what is his captaincy record?
Overseas record, the only series that Virat has won is in Australia.
Okay.
Only series.
But
One
so
second.
do you not agree with having an aggressive approach?
I don't think Shubman Gill captained badly. I absolutely
No,
don't think
no,
so.
we're not saying captaincy badly.
Yeah, so then-
But on the final day, when we won at Lords, what was the speech?
That was tremendous.
What
Who
was the
said?
speech? Well, no. What was the speech? What was the speech?
The speech doesn't do the job, my friend.
How do you
The
know?
bo-
You haven't played in a team before.
Have
haven't
you?
Played I haven't played
So
for a
then-
team either. But if you have some sort of motivation,
You think
to
this
win-
team did not have motivation?
Did you see? Did you see?
You
any
you
sort
you
of-
think
did
this?
Do you
any
not
sort
think
of
there was
you think
something
this team
going
did
on
not
in
have
the dressing room?
motivation?
today?
Were you in the
I
dressing
did.
room, my friend?
I did.
wasn't.
I did. Okay,
I'm
okay,
an
it's
All
okay.
right, all
You are entitled. You are entitled. That's fine. Point taken.
Okay.
So point taken. Point taken. No problem. So Indian fans are disappointed. Disappointed.
आपको क्या लग रहा है?
क्या लगेगा बाबा? मैं तो बोल दिया. You are entitled.
नहीं
शुभमन गिल के
शुभमन
बारे
गिल
में
को
I think
सीखना
शुभमन
चाहिए
को वो
शुभमन
मिल
गिल को
गया।
चाहिए
पहला टेस्ट मैच कैप्टनसी कर रहे सीख
नहीं नहीं, वो
जाएगा.
तो हम एग्री है
बस सीख जाएंगे. चिंता मत करिए.
5 टेस्ट के बाद वो सीख के जाएगा उधर
100% सीख जाएगा.
We've got lots more to do.
Exactly. We've got to close the show. We've got 10 more to do. The Shubman Gill press conference is also coming your way.
Yes.
Okay. Last words.
Okay, last words. My train of thought was completely interrupted.
But that's fine. Indian
Yes,
fans
yes.
will be disappointed.
Absolutely.
Everybody came here
Everyone
to
is
see an
entitled.
Indian win.
Everyone is entitled to their
Yeah,
opinion.
that's the point.
Yeah.
We've all
The-
got
the
to be a
test-
little
The
restrained.
test didn't finish in 4 days or 3 days, like usual.
Now you're
They
talking.
took it to 5
Yes.
days,
Now you are
which
talking.
is very good.
Exactly.
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 All I'm saying, the disappointment was
No, over
that
the
there was
years-
no aggressiveness
over the years,
in the final
it
day,
is changed
which
now.
I'm sure you can agree with.
Intensity
There,
is
there was
what
no
you mean.
intensity, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we've been
If you
continuously
feel
But we
saying.
took it to
Virat
5
Kohli says,
days,
"Come
which is
on,
a-
come on."
which is a big achievement. But we didn't take it where we should have taken it. is what I'm saying.
I thought India should have won this match. I've made that point. There are 5 points I've made where India should have won this game. Anyway, we
Easily.
need to close the show.
Yes,
Come
yes,
on.
absolutely.
Chalo.
Okay, final thoughts. I know that there's been some wayward bowling. There's been some horrendous fielding, horrendous performances on the field by the Indian team. But this is the time to recalibrate. You've lost the first. You've lost the first game. You've gotten a jolt of the loss, and especially after all the effort that your batters put in, all the heart and soul that Jasprit Bumrah put into the spells. Mohammad Siraj and Prasidh Krishna as well were glimpses of brilliance, but at the end of the day, you lost the game. But there are positives here to take away from it, and then recalibrate. Shubman Gill, Gautam Gambhir, Morne Mokkal have a long chat to have after this game. They will have to sit these players down and
Take your mind off cricket tomorrow and day after. It's not
Absolutely.
needed. Birmingham
And
is
then
about
come back
8 days
hard.
away. 25 and 26 tomorrow and day after. Take your mind off cricket. Recalibrate on the 27th and then start training from the 28th in Birmingham. Plenty of time to recalibrate. Has been an intense test match, 5 long days. The team deserves a break. They just need to take their minds off. Ravi Shastri's Australia.
yes,
Don't do anything after 36 all out.
Yes.
Wear it as a badge and the rest is history.
absolutely. On that note,
We are back again, 12 o'clock tomorrow. Our coverage continues from here in England. And we, as I said, 12 o'clock tomorrow, Gargi and I analyzing lessons from Leeds. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Watch out for the Shubman Gill press conference and plenty of other stories which will soon be put up on the Rev Sports YouTube platform.